If your ice maker quits in July, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Hit that subscribe button right now because I'm about to save you a service call. I'm David with AppliancePartsPros.com, and after 30 years in the field, I can tell you summer was ice maker season. When it got hot outside, my phone got busy. Let me give you the inside scoop on the top 5 reasons ice makers fail, because I've seen them all. First up, the ice maker itself. The whole unit is basically waiting on temperature. Inside, there's a sensor or thermostat that monitors the water as it freezes. Once it hits the right temperature, it tells the motor, all right, harvest time. The heater comes on to release the ice, and that rake sweeps the cubes into the bucket. If the thermostat fails, the old girl just sits there, quiet, no ice, no movement, just looking innocent. Then there's the motor. If the motor can't turn the harvest rake, those cubes aren't going anywhere. I've walked into homes where the tray is full of frozen ice. The customer says it's freezing, but it's not dumping. That's usually a bad motor. Also, if the heater fails, it won't release the ice. Now the newer ones, they've gone to those plastic flex trays. No heater underneath like the old days. They just twist and flex to pop the ice out. Sounds fancy until that tray gets pitted and the ice sticks to the tray. Then it dumps half and keeps the other half, like it's saving it for later. At that point, you're usually replacing the whole assembly. Second most common failure, the inlet valve. That little solenoid is supposed to open and let water in for a few seconds. When it fails electrically, it doesn't open at all. No water, no ice. But what I saw more often, it would get weak. Instead of filling the mold properly, it trickles in just enough to give you those tiny hollow cubes, or worse, it seeps. And when it seeps, that water slowly creeps into the fill tube and freezes solid. Which brings me to number 3, the frozen fill tube. If you ever pull that ice maker out and see the fill tube packed with ice, 9 times out of 10, that inlet valve is leaking internally. Also, low water pressure can cause this as well. Go ahead and replace the valve. Don't just thaw the tube and walk away, or you'll be back in a week. I've seen it too many times. Quick favor, if you've ever had an ice maker fail at the worst possible time, like right before a party or family cookout, drop it in the comments. Sharing is caring. Number 4, temperature. This one surprises people. 32 degrees will not cut it for an ice maker. You need 0 to 5 degrees in that freezer for it to work properly. If it's sitting at 20 to 30 degrees, your ice is going to take forever if it makes any at all. If the ice in your bucket looks shiny or like it's melting together, that air isn't cold enough. Check your evaporator fan. Make sure it's actually moving that super cold air up to the ice maker. Last but not least, make sure you actually have water going to the refrigerator. I know, duh, David. But you'd be shocked how many times the water is barely trickling in. If you have a water dispenser, test it. You should see a strong, steady stream. If it's weak, check the filter. Bypass it and you can see if the supply improves. If that's not it, look at the supply line where it connects to the house plumbing, especially if it's a saddle valve. Those things are notorious. I've drilled out the hole on more than one because it was barely feeding the refrigerator. The fridge wasn't the problem, it was starving for water. After 30 years, I can tell you most ice maker issues fall into one of these categories: the ice maker assembly itself, the inlet valve, a frozen fill tube, temperature problems, or water supply issues. The trick is diagnosing it in the right order instead of just throwing parts at it. If you find you need a part, grab your model number and head over to AppliancePartsPros.com. We've got OEM parts, diagrams, and plenty of help to get you through it. And if you've got some field stories of your own, I know you do, drop them below. Every tech I know has a ton of stories. We really should write a book, right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.